team that really want to win, put Dwight in.
What about the defending champs, the Warriors?
Oh man, that's perfect. I've been a Warrior my whole life. I started out at my school as a Warrior. They need a big. I know they have Kevon Looney, and I know they have the young boy Wiseman, but I'm Dwight Howard. Wiseman can learn so much from me because he's headed in that direction of being a great big man. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like even in that situation, playing with all shooters like that, Steph, the way he get open with me setting screens, he's gonna get more wide open. Play the same way. Draymond in the pick and roll, me and him, me being able to teach Wiseman how to play defense, how to block shots. I see him as a person that's similar to David Robinson in his size and athleticism. There's a lot of things that I could really teach him. So, I mean, that's another good team as well.
So right now you're just in a holding pattern. You want to play season 19.
I would love to play season 19 and go out on top. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely love to do that. That would be amazing. And get a parade like I deserve. I ain't never had no parade in the NBA, even after we won the championship.
Right, it was in COVID, so you didn't get an opportunity to celebrate like you wanted to celebrate. So for the sake of argument, if a team doesn't call, are you okay with not playing another dribble, another minute in the NBA, and you're ready to move on to say something else, WWE, or whatever it is Dwight Howard wants to do? Are you okay with that?
I am. I've been playing since I was 3 years old. Obviously, I know that basketball one day has to end, and there's other things that can be done.
Right.
Again, I would love to finish my career with a parade on a good team and end it like that instead of how it ended last season. But, man, you know, I've been blessed to play 18 seasons in the NBA. So far, I went from someone not being able to, I wasn't even supposed to be here. My mom lost 7 kids. I wasn't but almost the size of a large Fiji bottle. And I end up being 7 feet tall and making it in the NBA. So I'm blessed.
Go back. You say your mom had 7?
She lost 7 kids. Yes.
You're not the only child, are you?
No, sir. But she lost 7 kids, and I was supposed to be the 8th one to die. But I just so happened to make it. So, shoot, I was so happy to make it in the NBA and play 18 seasons so far. And I'm grateful. Whatever the universe gives to me.
You mentioned last year the season did not go the way you anticipated. What the hell happened? I hold you responsible. You supposed to hold it together. You supposed to be the glue in the locker room.
You're absolutely right. But also, I needed some minutes on the floor.
Right.
I'm not just talking selfishly, but I felt like I could have really helped that team last year. And you're absolutely correct. I was supposed to be that guy in the locker room. I just don't think it worked out the way we all wanted it to. I think that every team was gunning for us, and they gave us their best shot every night, and that we didn't get the job done. And it sucked. It left a bad taste in my mouth all summer. I probably spit 10 million times just thinking about how bad we lost and how much time was put into that season and to put into every season, but just for us to come together, and I really felt like it was embarrassing.
Right, yeah. 33 wins with y'all roster?
Even though, you know, like I said, you know, me jokingly saying I wish I could have played more, but even if I didn't play, we still had who we had.
Right.
And we still should have been better. So, you know, I take my part in it. You know, I could have been a lot better on whatever they needed me to be. But it did not end good last year, and it really was an embarrassment. You know, some days I was like, man, we shouldn't even put on this jersey like this.
Do you guys have a team meeting? Did you discuss like, man, what's going on? Did you try to hold guys accountable? What transpired? You got LeBron James, wherever you rank him, by most estimation, he's a top 5 player all time. You got Russ, who's a top 70, who's an all 75 anniversary team player. AD, although AD was Nick, you're right. You should have been on that team, but you guys have more than us. Those 3 guys right there, regardless of whoever else you got, should be more than enough to win more than 33 games.
I agree. I just feel like some things could have been tweaked. We could have switched some things up, but it just wasn't meant for us to win. And it sucked, man. I couldn't wait to play with Russ and Melo. And
yeah, Melo's on the anniversary team.
I couldn't wait for it to happen again. And it's like I felt like we was fighting it so much. You know how like people say you grab some sand, if you hold it too tight, you're gonna let, it's gonna fall out. If you don't hold it enough, I feel like that's how it was. Like I felt like it didn't mean enough like it should have.
Right.
And, this is just my opinion. I can't speak on anybody else, but I just felt like it should have meant more to all of us. And we could have done more. I could have done more. So I just hate how it ended, because it shouldn't have been like that.
But when you look at it, Dwight, you bring a lot of guys, and as a team, the pieces need to fit.
Mm-hmm.
You brought guys in to play roles that they really never played before.
I agree.
That's the hardest part. You asking Melo to play defense. Melo ain't no defender. Trevor Ariza is in year 17, 18. Gone. I mean, you're asking guys that.
I just think, like for Trevor, I think he was just put into some bad positions. He had just came off of surgery. And you put him in playing the 4 or the 5. When you have him and LeBron in, that's not fair to Trevor. And it's really not fair to LeBron.
Right.
To have him at the 5 like this.
Right.
Yeah, it's great because he can score and the offense is going to run, a certain way. But then now you asking him to check Steven Adams or Trevor to check both of these guys. And that Trevor is strong. He might be skinny, but he's strong and he'll fight. But come on,
he outweighed by 50.
Yeah, that ain't fair to him. And coming off an injury,
right?
And you want him to shoot threes. Like you just gotta be a little bit better. That's all.
How surprised are you that LeBron is playing as well as he is in year 19? That he had the type of season that he had?
I'm not surprised. We came in together. I see his work ethic. I know how he works. His trainer is the best. He's been with him from day one. So, LeBron, he put in the work. He's always working. He always has Mike with him. He's always, doing whatever he needs to do to stay right. So I'm not surprised at all. I think, what he's doing, he could play till he just feel like he don't want to just play no more.
Hold on. So you think this man theoretically could play at the level that he's played at for another 2, 3, 4 years?
If he wanted to. I could do that, but I need a team and an opportunity. But LeBron, for sure, he could. If LeBron wanted to play 5 more years and he didn't tax his body like sometimes he does.
Well, y'all taxing the man. Got that man play. Lakers, you a Laker, right?
I am not the coach. My name did not say coach on the back, or neither did I call out who played or who didn't.
Well, I'm sure, Frankie, the objective was to try to play Bron somewhere between, I would say, 30 and 33 minutes.
No, the objective was to play Bron the whole season. Every game, every practice.
Come on, man. You can't burn the man out like that.
It wasn't us. I'm not the coach. I didn't think that LeBron should have been playing that many minutes early anyway, only because he been playing for 19 seasons.
Yes.
We know what you're going to get out of LeBron. Get everybody else into it. So when LeBron is there, we all hot. But if you taxing LeBron, you taxing AD, you taxing Russ, Now the main three players is tired. Just look at how the season went. Those guys played the whole first quarter, and then they might rest with 1 minute left or 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Then go back in the second quarter, play the whole second quarter. Then play the whole third quarter. Now in the fourth quarter, because if you go back and watch the games, how did we lose all these games? By the time the fourth, we lost in the fourth quarter. Why? Because AD's tired, or he might have been injured because fatigue causes injuries, or LeBron's tired, so now his shots are short, or he don't have the legs to get to the basket, or Russ is tired because the whole game he playing 200 miles an hour trying to get to the basket.
Right.
So it wasn't a balance. Like, I'm not saying if you're going to put DeAndre in the game, let's say, or whoever, put these other guys in so you can give these guys a little break.
Right.
So now they can go in and kill. But they was playing too many minutes and they overexerted themselves. And so I felt like that was a big issue for the team right there. Like, you don't need these guys playing big minutes right now. This is why we became a team.
Right. You watched the new edition